If I were to describe the process of making D199 in a single word, it would be eternity, because this custom took me like 4 months to make. Some point in August of 2024, I got a knockoff Paxton, Edward, and Diesel 10, which is now D199. And I started making it around the same month, maybe a month later, and I couldn't finish it. Well, number one, I had no paints for it yet, but I couldn't get the stupid claw off the top. I did not know how. Until I got a proper screwdriver, he was just unfinished. For like 2 months, he just sat there, unfinished, in my drawer. But when on my birthday, I got tons of new paints, and I got a screwdriver as well. And thankfully, I got the claw off by unscrewing it. And afterwards, I got into the process of milliput, which if I were to get an actual Diesel 10 to compare what I had to do here, yeah, this entire top bit here, the claw and like these weird things, were on the top here too. Not as like, you know, big, but still, yeah. So I have to sand all of them down. There's also a massive chunk out the top of the window roof bit, whatever, that I had to fill in with milliput and sand down. It's one on the sides, these little bits right here, like these little 2 rectangles, 4 squares on each side. They're like very small indents, so they're not like, you know, just flat. So I had to fill them in as well, sand them down, and then another thing was with the side windows. You can see right there, they're a bit shorter, a bit curved, like this can focus, than the regular square windows. Because on Diesel 10, they're curved and they're bigger as well, but on D199, they're smaller but still curved, so I have to get milliput and put them on the windows and then sand them down, which thankfully mostly came out well, and they're actually pretty smooth, and you can't even notice if, unless you're like, you know, really looking, and you can kind of see a bit right there maybe. It's too hard to tell because, you know, it's all painted now, but yeah, this probably came out the best out of the windows, the most smoothest. But yeah, it was definitely a tedious process of milliput. Moving on to the back as well, thankfully. The back was fine, no need to be changed. But the front, oh my god, this took so long. First I'm going to actually remove the face, if I can with one hand. No, I have to do it off camera. I've just gone to take them all apart to show you what I had to do. For the chassis, I had to, these wheels were like white, you can see right there. They were straight up just white, which I had to paint black. Now thankfully I had a spare pair of black wheels from my old knockoff Douglas, which I just replaced the white wheels on D199 with the black ones. But like these ones, you can tell they're painted when compared to the real one. Like, it's annoying, but you know, at least it's fine. The face, probably the best part about the model. I based it off the illustration, second one of Enterprising Engines, or Super Rescue actually, the story, the second illustration. Where you see him next to the signal box, all annoyed and you know, whatever. I got the idea, mainly for this custom and the face, from Numpty Putus. Probably one of the best trackmaster custom makers and just model makers for trying stuff in general out there from what I've seen. So I got heavy inspiration to make this whole custom just from him, and the face was like the main thing I got inspiration for. Which, yeah, I really love the way this came out. It's generally really funny and shows his personality instead of just being a regular smiling CGI Diesel 10 smiling face. Moving on to the body shell, which, yeah, like I mentioned, tons of milliput. Up here is where the big chunk was. You can actually, if I can see a bit right there where it's kind of rough at the front there. Like right here where my finger is covering. Right there. You see a bit rough, and there's like no... Yeah, it's actually easier to tell from the top, where there's like no line there, like it ends. You can see like right... I can't get this to focus, but you can kind of tell that it's different. As well, you can actually see some indents from the old claw mold as well. Mainly like right here, right there, if the camera can focus. So yeah. But thankfully the roof came out very surprisingly well. And I'm very happy about that. Moving back over to the back. Diesel 10 has 2 windows on each side instead of 3. So what I did for D199 was just kind of sand down the middle bit here a bit, but then it's colored it in black. And thankfully you can barely tell it's there unless you're like, really looking the original outline. So yeah, and I painted the back here yellow, painted the buffers white like in the books and illustration, painted the back bit here red, which I don't know why on the Diesel 10, where the back buffer beam does not exist, and like the buffers are higher at the back than at the front. But I'm not gonna question it. I'm not gonna change it at all because I can't. It's too much work, and it would look like bad then. And moving back to the front here, there's also 3 windows here as well, which isn't like a mold or anything. It's just flat plastic, or not flat plastic, flat plastic plus a milliput, which actually feels really good. I can't tell. Well, obviously I know it's milliput, but if you didn't know it was milliput and you just regularly felt it, I think it's a real thing. This feels real. Like that's how good milliput actually is for these trackmaster customs. And yeah, I painted buffers at the front here white as well, and painted the area right here with a very dark grey, nearly black, but not exactly black, so like they don't just blend in with the wheels. At the top, I painted this like black circle. It was on Numpty Putis's D199 custom. I think it's from like I think it's a class 35 is what D199 is. So I did that. It's pretty cool. Add something to the top. But yeah, I had to do the hardest thing in the painting process was painting the numbers. I painted D199 4 times, and also the British Railway logo. Here it came out pretty well on this side. When we go to the other side here, the first side, you can tell it's a bit like it's the British logo. British Railway logo is a bit off too. This one looks fine, but it's a bit too chunky. Basically, I had to like tap with my paint pen over and over again, just tap until I got to a decent shape. Then if I needed to, I'd get the blue paint pen, cover up some areas, and hope it came out well. Which it did, basically. I think one thing I've noticed so far, if you know D199, ever seen before in the illustrations, is that this area right here, the big square, and the 2 rectangles on both sides are a dark blue and not black. The reason for that is, okay, so I have the actual like book right here. Here's the custom, you see a dark blue right there. And in this illustration, and only really this one, the areas here are actually a dark blue, not black. And this is the one I base it off of. Even though, like, in the next illustration, if I can get it over, maybe the next one actually should show, yeah, it's black right there. And at the start of the story as well, yeah, black. However, I don't really like the way the black looks. And it just, nah. Like, it's a bit too, I don't know, I don't like it. Like on Diesel 10, he's all like, beige, light colored. So the black fits him, but I don't like the black on the blue. So I think the dark blue looks a lot better. It's right for one illustration, so and I base it off that one with the face as well. So, technically I'm doing a angry spam can illustration custom. I got you guys there, you can't get me now. But yeah, and so I finished this guy about in December. December, yeah, near Christmas actually, because I wanted to get them done before Christmas because new layout as you can tell, and I wanted him done before then, which thankfully he is done now and is probably the best custom I've ever done. I don't want to, sound like I'm overconfident or, I don't know what the other word is, but annoying. Let's go with that. Oh, I'm the best custom maker ever. But I think from what I've seen, this is one of the best D199 customs I've ever seen. Like on the internet at least. Could be somewhat like a masterpiece of a custom. But yeah, for my limited experience of only like 5 customs so far, proper ones, this is really good. And yeah, I'm really happy with this, and like I mentioned, this is heavily based off Nunty Poot. This is a spam can custom, which is probably the best one out there. That's not a question, it's just the best one out there. But yeah, it's just really good. I can't speak. His custom's really good, and I'm happy that mine came out really good too. So yeah, I can't get the shell back on. No. Now we're like with the other videos, it's time to do the test run, which I have got 17 trucks for Spam Can to pull. Which, yeah, he can pull. I've tested this guy for like the past 2 weeks now. He's been finished for like half a month. So, yeah, I'm only doing this video now, like half a month later after I finished him. But, so yeah, I've already tested him. He works, especially with trucks. He pulls a lot. So yeah, it's time to show off the running session. So yeah, this custom was probably the funnest I had making one. Not the funnest, the most fun I had making one. My grammar is not that good. But yeah, probably the best one I've done as well. I'm pretty sure I said the same thing about Crovin, but that was just like one of the first main ones I did. This is the most recent one. I'm probably gonna be the most recent one for a while because the next custom I'm thinking of doing is a Ginty custom, but I need to go and replace the running board on that one with a flat one, which I need like a Percy or a Stanley one to do that. So it's kind of out of question right now, but it's not fully out of question forever. I'll do it at some point probably, but this is probably the end of the regular Trackmaster custom videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I know a lot of you on my channel are like sick of the Thomas videos, but this is the end of the regular videos. For now, this is the last Thomas video for a while, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. It took 4 whole months to get this whole video out, basically. Not the actual video, but like everything in it to be done to get out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in another video, possibly BFT LDN R7, hopefully that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in another video. Goodbye.
Those tankers weren't carrying fuel. They were carrying. They were carrying beer.